Hey y'all, welcome to A Minute with Mishy. I very much appreciate you taking the time to be here with me today. I need you to sit back, relax, grab your favorite adult beverage because you're grown and you can do that, and get into this podcast. Everybody wants to know. So, you guys, I'm not gonna eat anymore when I'm doing my recordings. I'm not. Yeah. I was doing a little bit too much when I was eating and not realizing how much I was smacking inside the microphone, and it's not cute. So I won't be doing that anymore. And I'm probably not going to be using my iPod, well, my imitation iPhone earbuds, whatever they call it. I don't even know the hell name, because yeah, it was kind of muffling my sound as well. And I'm just gonna use the microphone on my phone. Just yeah. So two things are not gonna be done on this episode, y'all. And I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't realize it was so bad. Till I listen back to it and I'm like, never again. Never again. By the way, if you're still looking for a job, don't worry, the jobs are not up. You're not the only one that's out of a job. Dr. McIntyre, who was over the jobs division of the United States, was fired recently by Donald Trump because he said she fudged the numbers when she said that jobs were up and had people believing that there were jobs out there that didn't exist. Well, I was one of the first people, if not, yeah, I was one of the first people to go viral for telling people that jobs are not up and those are all lies. Because I've been looking for a job for a long time, and it doesn't help that I'm disabled, excuse me, on top of it, that the jobs are not up. And I was right. I did not lie. But I'm a small fish in a big pond, so of course nobody really paid attention to what I was saying. But I told y'all the jobs were not up. Do not believe the stuff that you see in the media. And with people not getting jobs and making noise about it, I guess they finally had to come forward and tell y'all that their jobs are not up. That lady lost her job. Yeah. And he used her as a scapegoat because if anybody lied, it would have been him telling her to lie. Because supposedly she lied because when Kamala Harris, of course they're always going to figure out a way to drag Kamala Harris into it. When Kamala Harris was in office, she fudged the numbers for her so she could win the election. What? It doesn't even sound real because it's not real and it makes zero zilch sense. Her lying about the number of jobs that are out there has nothing to do with Kamala Harris, and it wouldn't make her win an election, even though she was still in office at the time. It would make her win the election. However, when she didn't make the office and Trump made the office and the numbers were still being fudged, well, why were the numbers still being fudged in? You gotta make this shit make sense. The numbers were being fudged because you asked her to fudge the numbers. It had nothing to do with Kamala Harris. But you thought because dragging her name into it, because you know that so many hateful people hate her because of them being hateful people, that it was going to look good on your case. And you said, well, I might as well drag Kamala into it because, let me deflect. And that was going to work. Yeah. If y'all don't see the forest through the trees, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Kamala Harris had nothing to do with you lying about the number of jobs that are not actually out there. That was all on you, buddy. That was all on you, Agent Orange. All on you. Y'all, this is... you just cannot make this shit up for the world. One thing about me is I have learned to take hints And when someone is not connected to me or connecting to me, and we're not vibing and we're not on the same page, I learned that that is my cue to exit stage left. I do not have to be beat about the head. It does not have to be drilled into me anymore. It used to be. And I used to do different things to stick around, stay around, to make myself be seen, make my presence felt more. I used to try to do more. But you can't give people more of what they're already not appreciating. Because you have people out there, not all people, of course, people out there who will take advantage of that, people out there who will use you, play you, and do all the things. And we don't want that to happen to us, correct? Like we're not going in that direction. We want something different for ourselves. So like we can't be like, oh, I was trying to make him, or I was trying to make her, or feel a certain way, or trying to show them. No, my love. If they're already not checking for you and vibing with you, then you can't make them. I'm telling you. And that's kind of a situation I'm dealing with now, and I see that. Listen, I was putting forth energy, and it's like I shouldn't have to really have the conversation because you can kind of see. But I feel like as intelligent as that person was, that they didn't see or they did not want to see. So that was my cue to be like, oh, yeah, Mishy, you need to get it. That person's not feeling the same way. And, well, I should say he, because I only date he, but you guys know that. I've said that a million times. I don't think I need to clarify that, but if this is your first time listening, it is a he. And, yeah, it wasn't my time to shine at that moment, because I haven't liked anybody in a really long time, and I guess by me not wanting to really put myself out there too much, I didn't go full force with it. So I don't feel like this emptiness or this hurt or this rejection, because they say rejection is protection, but I don't think I was being protected from anything negative with this person. I just feel like they rejected me in their own way, and I'm fine with that, because like they say, no response is a response. Say it with me, y'all. No response is a response. You don't need dissertation. You don't even need cliff notes. If they don't respond, baby, that's your response. That's your answer right there. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. They're not checking for you. Not on the same page. And yeah. So yeah. They're not on the same page with you, baby. So with that being said, you gotta kind of pull back the reins. Baby, it's not checking for you. Baby, it's not checking for you. Go in another direction or go in no direction. But you can't keep going in that direction, because they're not checking for you. Yeah, accept it. And like I said, I've gotten better with that over the years. I don't always feel like I gotta go into this immediate depression or hurt, or feel like I'm not good enough or something wrong with me, because there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing even wrong with the other person. They just didn't feel that connection, and that's fine. We don't feel connections to everybody on the same kind of level that they feel connections with us. That's even in friendships, and I realized that too. Even in friendships, that could be so. It could be that way in friendships. It could be that way in relationships. So, but it is what it is. Sometimes, it is what it is, Bobby. Sometimes y'all just not on the same page.
You must think I got to be joking when I say
let me tell you something. I am not colorist, and I don't have any issues with anybody in their complexion. But what I do have an issue with is people who have issues with people in their complexions. Yeah, I have an issue with that. Because if you are African American, you should be embracing all of our colors and all of our complexions. And you know, there are a vast many of them in the African American community. In the African community, period. In the African diaspora, period. Of African American descent, of African descent. We are all different shades. We are different shades. I have dated an African man who was lighter than I was, so we can't go by, oh, he's African or African American. They're going to be this color. No, they're going to be whatever color they are because they're black, and that's how genes work. And genes could make you be any complexion. I believe his father was dark, and his mother might have been like a medium complexion, and he was lighter than both of his parents. Yeah, with curly, thick hair. He was very cute. He is very cute. I'm sure he's still alive, but I don't date him anymore. But we have no beef, but we just don't speak anymore. But yeah, you wouldn't look at him and be like, oh, he's this, that, and the third. You probably would think he was something else. But he's African, very much black. Both parents black. Both parents African. But there was this chick. I don't know her name because I don't care to know her name. She's aggravating and agitating. She's dark skinned. Right? And she clearly feels insecure about herself because she wants people to get on her post and say that she is one of the dark-skinned pretty girls, because she started her post off saying, why do y'all make it seem like why do y'all choose the most unattractive, she might have said ugliest, dark-skinned woman and big her up and make her seem like she is so pretty when she's not. When you have all these other dark-skinned women who are attractive and you go and pick this person when they're not. Like, for example, Lupita Nyong'o. Bitch, what? You use gorgeous as Lupita as an example? She said that, my mouth hit the floor like, I know you fucking lying. I know you didn't use Lupita Nyong'o as an example. Really, bitch? And it wasn't that she was unattractive because she was a dark-skinned girl. She was just unattractive because of the things that were coming out of her mouth. That's why she was unattractive. It had nothing to do with her complexion. Her attitude, the things she was saying were all the things that made her unattractive. She really thought she was bigger than the program, and chick, you're not. And there was another girl who made a piece on her. She ate her up. Oh, she ate her up. And she was right when she ate her up, because you are not nearly attractive enough to be coming out here coming for Lupita Nyong'o of all people, or much less any other dark-skinned woman, and calling them unattractive when your attitude is making you highly unattractive. Like, girl. I was like, the jokes are really writing themselves in this girl's think piece. Because what? Y'all, she was totally. And then you think she would stop there, right? You think with people eating her up in the comments, eat, she would stop. But no, she had to make yet another think piece in response to the first think piece with people eating her up. And I was like, have you not had enough? You must enjoy this punishment. Like, what? Are you mad? As the British people say, are you mad? Like, what's wrong with you, boo? People are not agreeing with you. They're not in agreement with you. They're not. And the ones who are in agreement with you are just as ignorant as you are, because I can't believe you even said that. And then use Lupita Nyong'o as an example. Girl. You gotta make this make sense. You really do. People choose the wrong people to pick a battle with and pick a battle about. And let me tell you, the internet is not nice. The internet does not play. They ate their girl up. I don't know her name, and she don't deserve to shine anyway, but girl, mind your business. Colorism will never be an acceptable thing. Never. I don't care how you try to dress it up. I don't care if you be like, oh, I'm dark skinned too, so I'm talking about dark skinned women. No. You need to be quiet. You sound just as bad as when a biracial person will say something smart about another biracial person who doesn't have the same grade of hair as them, for example. The colorism is still there, and it's still not cute. It's not cute with you or anybody else, and it's not going to be acceptable just because you're dark skinned, love. It's not acceptable anyway. No. Y'all got to do better. I'm not even going to say y'all. People like that have to do better, because it's not y'all. It's not all of us. It's people like that with that stupid mindset. It's so ugly. It's unattractive. That's what's unattractive. Not you as a person, but your attitude. And you might not have been that cute either, but who's to say? So I'm just going to say it. At my big age, I'm okay with not being invited to your milestone events. Last week I talked about being an uninvited guest to your event, but that was just another scenario. I'm talking about your 50th, because I've already had mine. And when I had mine, I invited people who did not come and used really sorry excuses for not coming. And I was done after that. I was like, you're not interested in my milestones and the things that happened in my life. You were already showing your disinterest in my life and what was going on with me as is. And then a milestone came on and you really showed me as if I had done something to you when I hadn't. And that was enough for me. That was enough to show me that there are going to be times when, even if it's a milestone in somebody else's life, they don't feel like you're important enough to be included in that milestone, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. You celebrate your milestones the way you celebrate your milestones, and the people that care will be there, and the people that don't won't. That's all it is, and that's exactly what it is, and that's all it is. There's no debate. There's no big topic about that. There's no long drawn out subject about that. That's exactly what it is. I had my 50th, and those who cared and mattered were there. Those who didn't care and didn't matter were not. And I said exactly what I said and nothing else. Especially if you had an invitation and you could make it, it's much different than saying something as far as along the lines of, oh, I haven't spoken and we haven't had a conversation. When we did have a conversation, the conversation wasn't to your liking because I wasn't begging, pleading, and apologizing for something that I hadn't done, and I won't be begging, pleading, and apologizing for something that I had not done. That time for me in life has passed. When I hit that milestone, especially, it was left behind me. I'm not begging, pleading, and bending over backwards for people who have not done that for me in my life, and I realize that too, especially now. No, that's over for me. Right now, I am dealing with a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. I'm dealing with being displaced and having to stay with family. I am dealing with the loss of a vehicle because said people were not there to help me, would not be there to help me. The same people. And they could have. And it's like I'm dealing with a lot of things that I am getting over and have gotten over and I have placed behind me. So when I am not included in your milestones, I am okay. I'm okay. I'm just going to let you know. I am okay. Because when my milestones came, when my hardest times in life came, people were not there. And they could have been, and they opted. They willfully opted not to be. And I had to be okay with that. So now the same will have to apply to everybody else. They'll have to be okay with me willingly not being there and not caring about being there. It's not going to feel so great when the shoe is on the other foot, but it is what it is. And I'm not doing tit for tat, but I'm going to treat people the same way they treat me. And I've always been that way. And I'm definitely being that way now. Especially with me having already hit my milestone. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No, we are not. We are not spending the other fraction of our life, or other portion of my life doing that. I'm not. I'm free from all that. You're either going to rock with me or you are not, baby. And that's what it is. It's very cut and dry. It's so simple. We complicate these things when they're in the younger years in our lives without realizing that we're complicating those things for ourselves. But we got to stop. I tell you, birthdays, milestone birthdays especially, make you realize there are certain things you have to cut out and stop. You are either there for me. You are either team me or you are not. There's no in between for that. And when you show me you're not team me, I'm done. I'm done. I don't care how long I've known you. I do not care about any of that. That matters not to me because it didn't matter to you. And I said what I said. I feel how I feel. When things can be repaired and fixed, they can be repaired and fixed. But I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not the one that's repairing and fixing anything. Especially when I didn't do anything to break it. When I'm not checked on at my lowest, that's a problem for me. And I need to be checked on just like everybody the fuck else. Excuse my language. I deserve that too. So if I miss your milestones, I just missed them. You missed mine. I swear, people genuinely do not care that are in positions to help people. Excuse me. They don't care. Like, they don't care if you have benefits and they get randomly stopped. They don't return phone calls. They don't answer you. They don't return messages. They don't do anything that they're supposed to do because it does not affect them. And I have experienced a lot of this since I have become disabled and have needed assistance from the state. Unfortunately, because I'm not working, I have noticed this. And this is the case with me with everything, with any type of assistance with disability, any type of assistance with cash. I do not get cash assistance. Any type of assistance with food, there's always a problem with me getting assistance with food. I'll get it for a little bit and then it'll stop for some silly reason, for something that wasn't turned in that they think wasn't sufficient enough, and they don't respond and tell you what it is that's not sufficient enough. There is not enough communication, and we are out here suffering, and they don't care. They don't care, y'all. I hate having to rely on anything from any state assistance, any government assistance. I hate that. I really do. I have been out here trying my hardest to get a job, and the jobs are not up. And that's why that lady got fired, because the numbers were fudged for the election, which they say was in the favor of Kamala Harris, but it was not. It was in the favor of Donald Trump. And when he knew his shit was going to hit the fan, he fired that lady. But that still leaves us out here without any type of job or benefits, suffering. Because she lied and said there were jobs that there aren't. They're not existent. They're non-existent. My God, it's crazy out here. I need help. I need help so bad. And I know I have a lot of pride and I don't like to ask for help, but I need help so bad. I do. I'm literally feeding myself and my child, or trying to, and it is difficult, and I need help so bad. I need help so bad. It is insane, and I am very worried and very concerned I will not be able to feed myself or my child after the 19th of this month. I'm so concerned. I neglect myself to make sure that my child has the things she needs. I'm going through so much. I have so much things that need to be done, and so much that I need to do. Like my hair is not done. Like nothing is done on me. And it's like, I don't usually get my nails and stuff done. I usually could do that myself. But my hair is it looks such a mess. And I have locks, so it looks so crazy and dusty right now. Even though it's not dusty, I say dusty, but I keep oiling it. But you could tell it needs to be done really bad. It needs to be done. And that's not even important. It's just as a woman, those kind of things bother you. But it's like, to be able to not feed my child, it's crazy work, man. It's crazy work. And I don't know how to handle this. I don't. people that are in positions that help me have not been there in almost 2 years, if not 2 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like I'm alone. I don't have any help. I feel like I'm alone. I have one who can and one who won't. One who can't, and one who won't. As far as family, and that's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I'm trying my hardest to keep it together. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying, but it's so hard. There's so much that I don't talk about, and I just bear it all, and I do it all by myself. I just need help so bad. I need help. I hate being in this situation, and I hate it for anybody who's in this situation, and I pray for you. I pray for me, and I just hope that we can all overcome really soon and just be back on our feet and be back on top. I just pray. In God's name I pray. Within the sound of my voice, if you are struggling and going through anything, may God bless us and protect us and keep us and provide. May God do that. In Jesus' name I humbly pray and ask. Amen. I've noticed an ongoing trend online, and I'm kind of not digging it. Why are these girls making up fake ass debates or beefs online? Like, you're a popular influencer and you're making up things that somebody is supposedly directing towards you, and they're not even directing things towards you. Or making up beefs that somebody had with you, like via text, or making up a fake scenario for clicks and views. Like, what, bitch? Excuse my language. Like, are y'all that desperate? Are y'all okay? Like, why are you creating fake beefs and making up these stories like it's and saying story time, and every time, I promise y'all, every time somebody says story time, I kind of roll my eyes, because I'm like, is this gonna be a true story, or is the other person gonna get wind that you're telling this fake story and come out with the truth, and then we're gonna know that you were lying all along? Is that what's gonna happen, love? Is that what's gonna happen? Because these stories, I'll be listening to them like, really? Your friend was that egregious? Oh, your friend tried you that much? Wow, you didn't mop the floor with her? Like, ooh, girl, she did all this, that, and third, and your asses be lying. The other person to come out with the story, and then you go radio silence. Then you have nothing else to say. You're too big for the situation. You're too old for this. You're too grown for this. You don't want to talk about it anymore because you were lying and you got busted when the person saw that you were lying and told the truth. That's what happened. Like, really, do you have no other thing you can talk about than to create this fake beef and start making up these scenarios with 15, 20 parts to it, and all of those parts are lies or embellishments? Really? Girl, Gen X would never. I'm just going to say that. I'm not saying that Gen Xers don't lie and make up scenarios, because we know they do, because we've seen it. But come on. We are not doing all of that for content. We've been on this earth long enough to have enough content to not have to be doing all that. But it's like, is this a thing? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? This should not be a thing. Y'all should not be doing this. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Not low key crazy. It's high key crazy. Because you are making up and creating scenarios and telling us these stories and these story times and putting all these parts to these things, and none of the shit be true, or half of the shit be true, or not even a half, not even a fourth of the shit be true. You be leaving out parts. You didn't tell that your part in it. You didn't tell all of your part in it. You didn't tell any of your part in it. And you making these other people look like demons because they're not as active on social media as you are, not as, in the forefront as you are, maybe not have as many followers as you are, and lying on folk. I'm telling you, Gen X would have met your ass where you stand, and I stand on that. And listen, we are the pull-up generation. We are the pull-up generation. It wouldn't have been none of that talking and back and forth doing all this story time and that story. What? The only story time would have been you told that lie and then you got your ass whooped. Period. That's all. All these back and forth story times, and then we got to find out from the second person that you lied on them and that all that stuff that you made us sit through and listen to was a lie. Now I feel like fighting you, because why did you do that? Why did you do that, love? You went through all of this to make us believe you, and all these fake scenarios that you created and made up, and that shit was a lie. That's what these girls are doing now. That's what the girls are doing. That's not cute. That's not cute. And y'all need to stop that. It's enough going on in this world for you to have material to talk about on your story times and your lives. In your 15-part whatever series, without you doing all of this, lying on people. Y'all gonna lie on the wrong person, and you really not gonna get no story time in return to boost your presence and to boost your following. You gonna get your tail whooped. That's what's gonna happen. You gonna lie on the right person one day, and they're gonna put their paws on you. All they're gonna be bringing is hands. That's the only story time that's gonna be there. Is them putting their hands on you, boo. Child, please. Well, we talked and a time was had by all. I appreciate your presence. It was felt and greatly appreciated. Go out into the world, do good things, and be good people. Remember, good people create good vibes. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.